Our youth unemployment rate is 28%. We will inherit over $2 trillion in debt. Half of our boys grow up fatherless. 16,000 young women first get pregnant before they reach 16. In 2015, one person was murdered every 7 hours. Jamaica, it's time for Talk Up so we can fix up and kick out these issues once and for all. You ready for Talk Up on Talk Up Radio? Let's go!
Good morning! It's the Talk Up Radio Show on Nationwide 90 FM, the voice of the Jamaican youth. And today, of course, you know, we're going to be doing another, let's just say the second stop of our 6-stop project, which is the Talk Up Youth Community Outreach Project. And today we are at a place called, right? I like it. I made sure to come early this morning and, you know, taking all the ambiance and try out the food and all of the wonderful things. And we've been sitting and everything. But we got lost.
Let's talk about
lost. But let us just tell them where we are so hopefully they don't get as lost as we did. Fingers crossed. We're at Mango Tree Lawn. That is the corner of Tower Street and Foster Lane. The technical or the scientific or the location term for it is Parade Gardens. And yes, we're downtown. And again, so it's the second location of our 6-location project. And of course, you know, it's Talk Up Youth is always about going in, listening, learning, and getting them their voice. Today we're giving, what would I say, Mango Tree Lawn their voice?
No, man, we're giving the entire community of Parade Gardens a voice. That's Gold Street, that's Tower Street, that's Foster Lane, that's Fleet Street, that's everywhere down here, Rum Lane, all of them places there. Come out because this is your opportunity to share about the issues affecting you, about what's going on in the community. And you know what? We also want to hear the positive stories.
Yes.
Big up the youths them where I do something.
Successes.
You understand? Big up the one where open the business, the one where even the hairdresser and the nail technician. Big up all of them. Everybody down at Parade Gardens that's doing something good, that's impacting the community positively. We want to hear from you today.
So in that same breath, we just want to inform you that, of course, you know, the Talk Up Your Community Outreach Project is powered by the Digicel Foundation with the support from the NCB Foundation, but by extension, the Talk Up Radio Show is brought to you by the National Family Planning Board and the Students' Loan Bureau. And of course, we want to send our love to the 2 shows that always go before us in the morning. That's the 18 by Dennis Brooks. It rebroadcasts 8 o'clock on a Saturday. And of course, Professor Vereen Shepherd with Talking History from 9 to 11, and of course we're from 11 to 1. So you're with us for 2 hours as we listen to all the persons from the community, the stories, as Christina said. Of course, this is Andrika. Christina is here. Demoy is here. Shakira is here.
Yeah, we're here.
If y'all come down, maybe we might get Empress to say hi to you. Just say maybe not.
All things can happen. That's
of course, but we are again pushing our mantra, which is talking up, talking out, sharing. Of course, we want to know about you. We want to know about your community, the beautiful stories, which little man can cook around the corner, where the best porridge there, where the soup spot there, where the jerk chicken, or not a jerk chicken, the fish, all of these things. One, of course, one with the stew piece spot there.
Ah, boy.
I see Andrika come with her belly this morning.
Oh, yes.
She sounds like she in a good mood, don't it?
She is.
I'm in a
Funny
beautiful
voice.
mood. It's
We
a
know,
positive day.
I don't know. I think
that
it's something
it
about
is.
Fleet Street that did
Oh,
something
you
for
feel the
Andrika
air?
this
It
morning.
just feels so free.
You know what I want to know
free.
I want to know about the dance we keep last night.
Hey.
I hear someone dance keep last night and all of the youths them tired.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
You know, one could have really invite me to dance, though.
No, sir. We're the Saturday morning crew.
Just throwing it out there. Next time we're having a dance, you can invite us. We dance as well, right?
Right.
Now, I'm going to segue for a little second as I look at the winner colors, right? The World Cup winner colors that are shining. You can't miss it. So if it is that you're trying to find us, just drive to the blue, white, and red.
Yes.
Under the big, what is it? What kind of
tree?
It's an almond tree.
Almond tree.
Yes. So, but we're going to quickly, before we go to the break, Christina, I'm just going to tell you a little tips more about our project. And again, this is the second stop for 6. So you can look out for the other 4. The first one was Amanton, which was wonderful and beautiful.
And
we also had
so
a
many great
follow-up.
things come out
We had a follow-up series in studio. And of course, there will be a follow-up series for this one as well in studio. But Christina, you can take it away.
Yeah, man. So this project is really coming out of Talk Up Youth's dedication to giving the youth a voice. You know, usually what we do, we have our different programs. So you have the Talk Up Youth TV show, you have Talk Up Radio, Youth for Chat, where we go around the country giving young people the opportunity to connect with their government officials, their elected officials, and tell them what the issues are in their community. So we're just trying to open the door, pass the mic, as it were, to the people who need it the most, the people who you don't often hear from, the stories that don't get told. We're coming to your community and telling you, talk up. And I just want to share with you guys what happened after the last broadcast, because we went to Almantown and the youth seized the mic. They took the opportunity to talk up about the government overall, the Heroes Park redevelopment program, the project and the plan, and all of that spawned into a very big discussion.
Yes.
They came back in studio, they followed up again, and they told us what the issues were. We got the UDC to come into studio and respond to the issues, and then after that there was even a big town hall in their community talking up about the same issues, and a lot of stories came out of that. I don't know if you've been following Twitter all over the place, so they're getting a lot of attention right now. So this is your opportunity, youth of Parade Gardens. Tell us what's going on, because we are dedicated to getting you the answers that you need, but we have to run straight to our break, right?
Yes, so we are going to go to a break. Of course, it's the Talk Up Radio Show on Nationwide 90 FM, the voice of the Jamaican youth, and today the voice of Parade Gardens. We'll be right back. Talk Up Youth, Masefi.
Talk Up Youth.
Welcome back. You are listening to the Talk Up Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youth. And this morning we are at our second stop for the Talk Up Youth Community Outreach Program. And that location is the beautiful place of Parade Gardens, downtown Kingston. You're listening to the voice of Shakira Douglas. I'm 21 years old.
And you don't have to guess. I am here as well, and you're listening to the voice of them more Whiteley as well. I won't tell you my age. You can probably guess, and who guess might get a credit.
Hey, look at that. Giveaway is happening. All right, so today, as you know, the Talk Up Youth Community Outreach Program is dedicated to giving our communities a voice. And so we have to start with the history of the community. So we're going to go to our two very special guests, Mr. George Williams, who is 70 years old, and we have alongside him Shane Morgan, the director of Life Yard Restaurant and Tours. Woi. All right, so we're going to start with you, Mr. Williams. Tell us, how long have you been here, and what is your most fun memory about Parade Gardens?
As I can tell you, as a young man going through here and till I becomes live here, well, a lot of different activity always take place, but things are deteriorate now. For you see, first thing, no jobs around for the young people.
But
the development. Well, every day we hear about development, but until now we don't really see
it.
Positive.
But I wanna ask you, what are some of the activities? There's enough used to go on. What used to happen?
What you used to do when you just came here growing up?
No, I'm here. I am an electrician. I learned to wire house and things like that.
Yeah, man.
So I continue to live in that area. I don't really change it until now.
Okay.
All right. So, Mr. Williams, what I want to get from you, Fleet Street. Everybody hear about Fleet Street, Parade Gardens. When you just came, what were like the daily activities that the young people used to do?
Yeah, we used to party.
What your children
used to do? Football.
Hopscotch, football, kart racing, stuff like that.
Well,
what used to happen?
Within that time, you always find more people always go to work. You always find the fishing beach down there always be more active.
Oh. So fishing is a vital part of the community.
Yes.
I realize you see the boat out there. So
listen to me, when I came, I was like, there's a nice little boat outside of our location right now. And I like them vintage, some of them. I really like seeing it. So that's why I was excited to come here.
That's true.
Mr. Morgan, tell us, how long have you been here, and what is your most fun memory about Parade Gardens?
Shoots. Well, I've been here, as I said, tomorrow I make it 36 years since.
So you're there from your band.
Yeah, you know. And the joy I'm most missing, the family orientation, you know. People coming together more.
So that used to happen a lot?
Yeah, a lot of fun games, used to happen.
Games like
what
kind of games used to go on?
Used to have ring games, adults and kids playing together in the street. Road used to block, Dandy
And to
Shandy,
play a
you know what I
game.
mean? Yeah.
You know how long we not hear about Dandy Shandy?
Used to have no
Why?
space where the youth them couldn't go play marble and stuff. And so a lot of the development kind of closed in the spaces too.
Okay.
What developments though? You
say,
mentioned
like,
development.
When you check when we used to couldn't go down and see go all to Chuck and everything, a lot of those areas now because of the development of the building and you know the adding
kinda
of the
cut
land,
out.
you see, yeah, the space is now owned. You know what I mean? So shift. You know what I mean?
So did you like growing up here?
Love.
You love growing up
As I
here?
say, yeah, it's a great community. You know? As I say, you know, we move away from what it is made
Yeah.
in terms of crime and violence. We have a lot of fun times, you know, fun things that happen. A lot of great people evolve from this community, you know, I mean, sports-wise, academics, you know what I mean, and, you know, culture-wise, you know, yeah.
That's good. You know any notable persons?
Well,
Noteworthy
I
persons?
myself, you know.
Yeah. Boom.
Forgot the
you.
great Shane.
Boom.
Yes,
The
I-
great Shane
Yeah,
Morgan.
you know, you have Jeremy and Johnson, you know, one of the greatest footballers Jamaica ever seen.
Yes.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, and if you're there, so you go and soon see him too.
Look at
So
that.
him a go pass through?
This time ends when chill fun.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, so before I go back to Mr. Williams, do you think that the youth now had a better or a worse experience compared to your experience when you were growing up?
Well, as I always say, yeah, our experience growing up was always a better one for me. You know what I mean? Because now the youth them have technology, I grow them, you know, have more, as you said, the family, the mother, pass on things hand to hand and word to word, you know what I mean? So a lot of things they're learning through the memes and themes on the screens.
So is that okay? So Mr. Williams, do you have children
Yeah,
and they grew up here?
yeah.
What are some of the things that they used to do, whether back in the day or now? You know, how was their youth experience, and do you think that it was better then or better now?
When they go to school here and move up and move, and none of them is here. None of my own is here now.
Oh, they're migrated or they're,
Yes,
they're
they
living?
migrate from here.
Oh,
Live in other part of the country and things like that.
I know you said that the development's kind of closing a lot of the activities that used to happen, but was the change good or bad? So the development, you know, turn out for the better of the community on a whole, or you know, you
Yeah,
just made
turn
it
out for
bad?
the better, I would say.
In what ways?
You know, in terms of structure.
infrastructure wise.
infrastructure.
But what about the social life
The
of the
social life
community?
also, because you know have a community that are engaging with people from all across the world, you know what I mean, based on the development, you know what I mean, projects through other agencies like Lifeguard, the RISE, the CDC, you know what I mean. We are bringing in the people that would have once not want to
'Cause
come
I
here.
was just gonna ask you, Shane, the viewers hearing, you know, development. They want to know what type of development has been happening for Fleet Street
Well, for
and for
Fleet
Parade
Street-
Gardens.
Yeah, Lifeguard has created a social enterprise and a community-based organization
Nice.
for the last 4 years going on now, and we have interventions such as art, agricultures, you know what I mean, educational activities, workshops for the youths, literacy programs, reading and writing workshops, life skills such as crochet, sewing, embroidery programs on a weekend. You know, we do our open mic sessions where we keep the culture alive. You know what I mean?
All right, so that is some of the things that. So what I want to hear from you, finally, from you and Mr. Williams, and guys, if you want to hear that little sound around us, it has started to rain here in Parade Gardens, and me usually associate rain with blessing, so it must go. It's going to be a
That
great
is
day.
true. That
All
is
right, so I want to hear from you. Lastly, what is your greatest goal or vision for Parade Gardens?
Oneness.
Oneness.
Yeah. you
How
know.
you think we are gonna reach there, or how you think we can reach there?
We are getting there, you know. First started with one street, you know, and as you say, we have organizations that are now teaming up together, the RISE and the CDC and Lifeguard, you know. I mean, we are not separated in terms of one goal, you know.
Yeah.
And we're gonna bring the community. It's a be the change you wish to see,
Boom.
and people will emulate from that, you know.
Nice. So, Mr. Williams, what's your vision for Parade Gardens?
Well, I would like to see more jobs, more development, like building, like industry. The other, so the youth them can be employed,
Yeah.
but but a lot of who is here is not employed.
So you
Something
want
like that.
young people to be more employed.
Yes.
And you know, just as we're with you, Mr. Williams, I just want to ask, what advice would you give the young people of Parade Gardens today?
Well, you have to go and learn a skill. That is one of the greatest things. But if you don't have any skill, you're not
Yeah, man. If you don't have
Go
any
ahead.
skill,
If you don't have any skill, it's hard to get work.
So get a skill,
Get a skill
taking your education,
taking your
stuff
education.
like that.
and things like that.
you sure you want to jump on that same time?
Yeah, we want to say one thing. First of all, we want to give thanks to the organization that have been helping groups like us, Lifeguard, and Digicel and Youth Crime Watch has been a major support to what we've been doing.
Yeah.
And then I would say the community, just let's merge the energy and merge with the earth.
Nice. Merge the energy and merge the earth. Thank you so much, Mr. Williams and Mr. Morgan, for joining us. And that was the history of the community of Parade Gardens. And with that, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back on the Talk of Radio show, the voice of the Jamaican youth. Welcome back to the Talk of Radio show, the voice of the Jamaican youth. And this morning, we are at our second stop for the Talk of Youth Community Outreach Project. We're in the beautiful, beautiful place of Parade Gardens, downtown Kingston. And it has started to rain. And as I said before, I associate rain with blessings. So we're just going to continue with all this greatness. But before we go right into it, if you're coming down to Parade Gardens, our location for this Saturday is Mango Tree Lawn at the corner of Tower Street in Foster Lane. So that's Tower Street and Foster Lane, the corner. It's the third right turn off of High Holborn Street. Holborn Street is the first left along East Queen Street coming from Lower South Camp Road side. And you know, so throughout the show, we're going to give you these directions again. Come on, it can get a little confusing. So we're just going to go right into the interview for our other special guest, Mr. Shaka Payne. He's the Vice President of the Community Development Committee, and he's going to help us talk about the present state of the community.
All right. So, Shaka, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Yeah, man, no problem,
Thank you for
bro.
being with us.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So, based on our research, peers here, you know, the issues that they're facing is really unemployment, illiteracy, and crime and violence. Those are the major crime issues here.
Right.
How have these issues really affected the community?
Well, these, are negative factors that have been affecting our community greatly. And I don't think it's our community as differently from any other community within Jamaica. You know, crime and violence is a big issue.
Big issue.
Yeah, man, right across the board.
So in Parade Gardens, it's really no different. You know, youth are affected in a way. In terms of their progression, their development, to move on to like a job or schooling, they're being affected by the crime and violence. It really
It's bad here.
breaking down.
Well, everywhere. But what are there any other issues affecting your community though, besides these?
Yeah, and you did name them specifically crime and violence. You have educational issues where it concerns illiteracy and numeracy, as well as unemployment. And this was actually coming out of our community meeting with the Social Development Commission, where we did a priority plan for the community to see what are the major issues and challenges affecting the community members. So these were the top issues coming out: unemployment, the youth need
Illiteracy and
illiteracy, and right.
But what are the other issues apart from these that
But that might not be major, but they're still a factor.
And interestingly, one of the top issues coming out of our priority plan also was lack of recreational areas for the youth. You know, we find that a lot of our youth are actually in the streets. You come into Parade Garden and you see them in the streets. They're playing,
so they're playing football, no netball court, no basketball court, no community center.
Yeah, they have one actually.
Well, there is the mini stadium, Breezy Castle mini stadium, that is
right along that road.
But you have to understand the dynamics of our community, where with it's Parade Gardens, but most people know it as Southside and Tel Aviv, right, which is a division within the community.
Southside and Tel Aviv,
right. So we find a lot of persons.
But just tagging on that for a bit, Mr. Payne, was it always like this, in the absence of recreational areas, the absence of places for them to go in their free time? Was it always the case since you've been here?
I think so. There were little areas for persons to go to.
With you growing up.
Right. with me growing up, I remember kids just in the streets playing the hopscotch, playing the skipping, dandy shandy, football, crickets.
You name it, it
you
was
know, we
being
just
done.
take to the roads and we play.
All right.
All right, no problem. So, what I want to know though, in your lifetime, how has the community developed in your lifetime?
Interestingly, I would say it has developed greatly, where I directly see the people. I did see the development more as a social factor, where there are persons now, a lot more people are being employed, a lot more people are, getting educated, and so in terms of that development, the infrastructure, however, it's still, lacking. There's a few buildings going up, improvement for housing and stuff, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done.
Understandably.
And how is the community spirit down here? Because I kind of get that something is going on. I was lucky to come and them say, oh yeah, go with them set up right there. So you understand. So how was the community spirit and how is it now?
Alright. In terms of the spirit, I think there is, ups and downs. However, I think there's improvement along the years coming up. As I said, the dynamics of our community with the separation and the segregation, I think that's breaking down greatly. I think it's more so the older folks are still kind of
maintaining
propagating that kind of vibe. But the youth are pretty much going across border, because it's their school friends, their family members that are on church friends and stuff like that. So they're interacting and they're, bringing that spirit and vibe, that oneness.
And some of that, we always hear that used to happen a lot of times in Jamaica is that, the village raised the child.
Right.
You're right. So is that the case here? Like if you see somebody's son down the road, you're going to look out for him. Is that still the case here?
Yeah, that is still the case.
Great.
Right.
That's really nice.
So are you pleased with the quality of life being experienced by the members of the community?
I say pleased. I'm pleased with the progress so far. I think there's a lot more to be done. I think we can go a lot further, and I, as a part of the CDC, is working vigorously to achieve that. So I am pleased with the progress. I can say that much.
Pleased with the progress.
That's
Great.
good. And I just want to ask you, this is a beautiful community, by the way.
Thank you.
I just want to know, what are some of the things that you love about the community? I can tell you what I love, and I can probably tell you what I want to love about the community. But what do you love about the community?
On top of mind is definitely the spirit of the youth.
Nice.
They're always, willing to realize their potential. They want to do, they want to be more. They want to do so many things, and inside of the CDC with our programs and outreach programs, we see a lot of that coming out of the youth, and that is just tremendous. That's kind of what kind of keeps me going in terms of volunteering.
You see him face light up a while ago talking about his community. I love that. And if they're listening now, that the youth of Parade Gardens are listening, what is one important message that you want to get out to them? If they're listening, you're talking to them right now, what do you want to say?
We definitely have to start with unity. Coming together to realize our potential. You can be anything that you want. You can do anything that we want. We just need to come together and set that pace, that unity, that setting that we all matter. We all are safe. We all secure, and we have a beautiful community, and we are beautiful people. We can do it.
So you mentioned before that response just now, that the CDC has been working with some outreach projects and programs to kind of bridge that gap. I just wanted to know a bit more about those projects that the CDC has been undertaking.
All right, so the CDC is doing a lot. And I'll let you understand our CDC setup, because it's really just
explain it perfect time.
It's really just community members, that just came together and we elect each other to take certain positions. So we're not really professional in our own rights, but we're just community members who want to develop our community. And so we need a lot more help in terms of what we want to do, because we might be limited in our, but we do a lot in terms of, we started a breakfast program for youth, for up to the primary level for kids who probably need the help or assistance with
That's
breakfast, because that really impacts their learning at school. We have a homework assistance program, which I'm also a volunteer teacher on, CXE program, which I also tutor in as well. We have career workshops from time to time, employment workshops, health
Well,
care
they're
for the
doing a
entire
lot,
community.
man.
I mean, we could go on and on.
Yeah, they're
This
doing a
is
lot,
really doing
and it's been impactful.
so much,
It's been
right.
taking and making valuable
It's
change, right?
been- Right.
Great. And what is your vision, though? What's the end all? What's your vision for Parade Gardens? Where do you want to see us? Take us down the road.
Right. Definitely a peaceful community. I want to see Parade Gardens as an exemplary community. That our community can see that we were, just community faced with all these negative factors, and we changed, we rose above our circumstances, and we made an exemplary community that is full of peace, fairness, a clean community, a community where educational opportunities is there for all.
Great.
So
and what is your one solution? If you were to come up with a solution to help us get to that beautiful community that you described, what is what is a solution that you think could get us there?
I think it's the unity. We need to come together and just have that willing heart. As I said, it's the same thing with the CDC. It's just a community group of members who have a willing heart and decided that they're going to come together, and we did great things that was beyond what I think we could have done.
All right, let us just use this time to welcome the beautiful Miss Kiddis McCoy. Did I get it right?
That's perfect. Thank you
Just
very
know,
much.
I always have to ask if me get the name right, because I can. And she is the president and co-founder of the Good Deeds Foundation. Good morning, Miss McCoy. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
You look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
So, we're going to just jump into it same time. What really is your vision for Parade Gardens?
Just to underscore what Shaka said just now, it's just to see the community rise above the challenges that they faced in the past and that they're still facing now. To see, the borders disappear pretty much. To have all young persons engaged, gainfully employed, in school, etc. And just to show the potential that the community has. There is so much potential here that persons don't know about. We need to unearth the diamonds that are here in Parade Gardens. And Demoy mentioned that you are the president and co-founder of the Good Deeds Foundation. I want to know, what is your organization doing to help Parade Gardens get to that vision?
Pretty much we try to engage young persons. As Shaka said, hosting career workshops, back to school treats, things like that. We have an annual back to school treat that we hold each year, and we usually invite persons from this community as well, kids who come and benefit and get back to school supplies. So any way that we can engage those young persons gainfully, we try to be a part of it.
No man builds an island, so we have to at all times get the support of our residents. What exactly do you need from them in terms of support from the persons living here?
Pretty much just to participate in the events that we have, to turn out, to show up, because if they're not there to benefit, then it makes no sense.
To be involved and to be engaged.
Exactly.
That's nice.
And what support do you need from the citizens of Jamaica and the government?
Well, pretty much, anything that you have, as you said before, no one is an island. And once we have support in any way, that it takes cash to care. So money is always an issue.
So some financial support.
Financial support, kind is always good as well.
But I didn't get to ask you, what really is the Good Deeds Foundation? What is it about? I'm so sorry.
All right, Good Deeds Foundation is about youth development and youth empowerment. So any way that we can find young persons to motivate them, to encourage them to realize their full potential, you'll find us engaged in those activities.
That sounds nice. And how long have you guys been around?
This year will be our 3rd year.
All right.
Third year. And do you think it's important for young people around the country, regardless of their organization, political affiliation, or even community, to connect with each other and to help them? And if you think so, why do you think so?
Definitely it is, because unity is strength. Teamwork makes the dream work. And one of the mantras of Good Deeds Foundation is that whenever we have a project to do, we always try to incorporate other youth-led organizations as well. So usually for back-to-school treats, we normally have Youth in Action Jamaica and Divine Beacon of Change on board with us as well. So any project that we engage, we try to have other groups involved so that we can have a greater impact.
All right, quickly. So before we go to the break, I just want to ask both of you, what advice would you give the youth of today from Parade Gardens?
Pretty much to believe in yourself, because no matter where you're from, your dreams are valid.
All right, and Shaka?
I think I would say the same. Definitely.
That quote was by Lupita Nyong'o, by the way. It's not from Kidist.
So you cannot say the same thing from Kiddies.
But I truly believe believing in yourself is the first step. Believing in yourself. Open up the boundaries. And
Pretty
you
much.
can, realize your potential. So.
Believe in yourself, because anywhere in the world that you go, your dreams are valid. Wow, me just like that segment here.
Yeah, man.
So with that said, we're gonna go right to the break. You're listening to the Talk Up Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youth. We are here in Parade Gardens, downtown Kingston. Talk Up Youth, Masafi.
Talk Up Youth.
Beautiful, beautiful. Welcome back to the Talk Up Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youth. You're listening to our second stop, actually, in our Talk Up Youth Community Outreach Project. We are here in the beautiful place of Parade Gardens, downtown Kingston, and every time you hear me describe it, it's the beautiful place because it's so amazing here.
Trust me.
And as usual, we gotta start by giving you the location if you're coming down. Today we're at the Mango Tree Lawn. It's at the corner of Tower Street and Foster Lane. It's the third right turn off at High Auburn Street. High Auburn Street is the first left turn along East Queen Street coming from Lower South Camp Road. So yes, those are the directions.
Yeah, man, and if you want to be more precise, just add to that, we're right at the corner of Mango Tree Lane. For those who watch the World Cup, from you can identify the flag. Just come inside and be a part of the winning side.
Be a part of the winning side.
The France team, right?
Right.
The France colors.
So earlier we actually asked Mr. Morgan from Life Yard Restaurant and Tours, to name a couple people, great people that he knows that came from Parade Gardens.
Yes.
And him never tell we say Mr. Jerome Collins is actually from here. So we are in the presence of another great person. And Jerome, he's a season 5. Talk Up Youth panelist, right?
And one bag of accolades behind him, right, Jerome? But we're gonna have him introduce himself to you quick and give him a quick interview. Jerome.
Welcome to Parade Gardens.
It looks like you want to take over with job, so welcome to Parade. Go ahead.
It's a pleasure being on once more. This is family, right? And big up nationwide and all the sponsors for coming out and showcasing the greatness of Parade. I'm Jerome Cowans. I'm actually from this community. I was born here.
Born and
raised at Ivabana Hospital. Right in the community.
So perfect person this for us to talk today. So let's start with the first question. What was it like for you growing up here?
Growing up was difficult, as persons know the history of Parade Gardens. We were a violent community. There was the whole mistrust between different fractions, the war, the poverty, etc. So in the 1990s, thereabout, when I was growing up, it wasn't easy. You know what I mean? But let me hasten to say the Parade Gardens community is so much better at current day.
It has developed.
Definitely.
So you're going to tell us now, Jerome, how has it developed from your point of view?
The most important resource in anywhere you go is the people. You know what I mean? And I think the people of Parade Gardens just came to a level of consciousness. We say, yo, you hear me? We want better. And we are going to push better. So, a lot of persons started to recognize or emphasize the value of education and the youth groups, the CDC, etc. We started going out, getting sponsorships, and just showcasing the many talents within the community.
I loved what you said just now. And I wish we could all just give the citizens of Parade Gardens a round of applause.
Big them up.
You have to give yourselves a clap, man. You have to realize what you want and go out and claim it. And that's what you said a while ago is
very important. And I know that a lot of communities are plagued by issues, and we highlighted a number of them earlier. But I also want to hear from your perspective, what are the major issues that you see facing the youth of this community?
I think right now it's just about it's no longer the major issue crime and violence. I think I can say that definitively.
That's good.
It's now to find opportunities for young persons. We have a record number of young people going out to various programs, you know what I mean, for training, for, you know, school, skills training, etc. We have so many persons applying for Heart Trust. The Hope program is big here. We have about 60-something persons, young persons on the Hope program from this community.
Wow.
Great.
Looking to take on another 60 more come September. So it's just to find the opportunities for young persons to be gainfully employed and to learn skills that they can use. So that's a number one challenge, and we're pushing towards it.
And I know also that you have a community center here.
Yes.
Has that been helpful in a lot of the development happening
Trust
here
me,
at
man.
Parade Gardens?
Of the community.
Trust me, it has been tremendous. You know, I started my youth group here, the lead youth group. It's now registered in partnership with Kiddis McCoy, Good Deeds Foundation. And when we started, we were just on the corner. We were outside, you know, and a group of 10 of us. Now it has several branches across the island, and we have a branch in Colombia. We're traveling the world out of Parade Gardens, you know what I mean?
Great.
So now with a community center, it's more structured. We can approach the NCB Foundation, we can approach the nationwide, the Talk Up Youth. We can say, listen, this is our structure, this is our building.
And two things must be highlighted from what Jerome just said. We also want to big up the NCB Foundation as well as the Digicel Foundation for putting a lot of strength behind our community outreach projects. And we also want to thank Shaka Payne, who is the Vice President of the Community Development Committee, and Kiddis McCoy, President and co-founder of Good Deeds Foundation, for joining us earlier on the show. Again, Mr. Cowans, what is the spirit like of the community?
We're live, we're vibrant, we're ready for development. The development is happening. We're doing a lot of partnerships, and just expect more great things. And we just make this general appeal for persons listening in Radio Land just to get on board, help persons from these disadvantaged communities, you know. We're ready for it.
You know, Jerome, I've been itching because, you know, honestly to God, people, I swear to you, I swear Jerome lived in Clarendon. So, Jerome, I want to know, where did you, which way about?
Specifically, which
Specifically.
part?
60 Rumlin.
Rumlin is back that side,
Yeah,
right?
man, right out
I
there.
say you never reach the hospital, you're born right here.
Mommy, hey, big up my mommy. Mommy Joyce, you listening?
Mama Joyce, big up
Yes,
yourself.
very, very, very strong lady, and my father as well, you know.
Wow.
So, yeah, man, 60 Rumlin. I'm from the community, went to Calabar Primary, you know what I mean, then go to Best High School, JC, and then...
No, we're going to have to debate that
and then from there, we just go to the world. So it just shows that, you know what I mean, persons from these communities,
Yeah,
you know,
man.
we can achieve tremendous great things, and we'll continue to lift the Jamaican flag high, you know.
Hey man, and just to pick your memory again, you know, what are some of the things that you guys used to do as young people back in your
Hey,
days?
trust me, when
Because we never have no phone them time, there's no computer
so you
game.
see, when I started my group, when what, 13 Shaka, you know what I mean, and we say, yo, you see this crime thing, we have to find alternatives.
Yeah.
So we used to host with football competitions every week. Football competitions we used to have with Teen Jam. You know, we would get on a place like this and just create a positive vibe and thing. And of course, the education, we never leave it out. So those are some of the things that we really pushed, and now we're just still pushing them from a structured point of view. You know what I mean? We have persons from this community now that are representing on the national team. It's from those small competitions that they develop that passion. So.
And I know, even though, you know, a lot of things are happening and development is taking place, are you pleased with the quality of life being experienced by the members of the community?
Obviously, there's much more to be desired. The infrastructure of the community, as you can see as you walk around, the opportunities again available to some persons. There's a lot more that needs to be done there. So I think that's two things that I would like to
lot more like what?
Infrastructural development.
Infrastructural development, educational opportunities, Heart Trust coming in some more. You know, we're trying to pull them into some of these communities. Because the truth is, you see, what we're trying to do, you know, is prevent the future problems.
Yeah.
So just go to the source, you know, get these young persons off the street and into some structure.
And I know you put in a little bit about what you would like to see, but is there anything else to add to that as it relates to your vision of the community?
You know, for persons who are listening, Parade Gardens is nestled right on the seafront.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Nice,
for persons
cool
who
breeze,
travel or know
sea breeze.
anything, You know, the seafront is prime land.
It's a hub for
It's a hub
entertainment.
for entertainment, for development. So I just want the community members just to tap into that some more. We see where the government is building some buildings, etc. But just more community engagement to get, especially the young persons, involved in that.
Just to tack on to that a little bit, I mean, we noticed that there are a lot of things happening around
the
Parade.
community. Yes.
Has that had any negative effects on the community itself?
I mean, no, I think it's just positive. It's creating employment. It's developing
For
the
people
infrastructure.
in Parade Gardens.
Yes,
Okay.
and we're ready for it. We're ready.
Great.
Parade Garden stands ready for development.
We're ready
I love
for
it,
it, and
bro.
with that, we are ready for the break. We
We're
are
ready
right
for
up
the
on the
break.
time for the break. We'll be right back on the Talk Up Radio Show. You're listening to the voice of the Jamaican youth. Talk Up Youth, Miss Effie. Talk Up Youth. You're listening to the Talk Up Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youth. We're brought to you this morning by the National Family Planning Board and the Students' Loan Bureau, and we're being supported on our second stop for the Talk Up Youth Community Outreach Project by NCB Foundation and the Digicel Foundation. You're listening to the voice of Shakira Douglas, and beside me is...
I'm here. Demoy, of course, you know me and Shakira always are the
I
thing
lock down the streets, a
Yeah,
joke, lies, not a thing, no go so.
in the streets here.
And we have to make you know that our Mama E, our Mama Empress, our Mama Mentor is here with us this morning. She just reached. Welcome, Empress. Welcome.
My mic sound nice, not yet.
The mic not on yet. Wait.
My mic on?
Yes.
Wow! It's so good to be here. Not my first time, but it's sounding so sweet. I want to say congratulations to all the young people
Bless.
on Talk Up Youth for coming in. Jerome, Talk Up Youth alumni, on this broadcast in
Right.
the community of, hold on, no longer Southside, what kind of television? I don't know, but we are saying Parade
Parade
Garden.
Garden.
I like how it sound very rich.
Yes.
And I hear you talking about you need more green spaces, so we have to talk about how we can do that.
Yes.
And I want to big up Shane at Live Yard. Please
Yeah.
bring some
Yeah.
food, because my young people hungry.
Bless the Lord.
He has
Hey.
such a great thing going on there.
Yes, and before Empress
Yes.
continues, we actually want to wrap up with Mr. Jerome Cowans to tell us what is one solution you'd like to give to our young people about how we can develop the place here in Parade Gardens.
You know, it's one word, you know what I mean? Just collaborate. Right now, Shane from Life Yard, Shaka, VP, and so many other young persons just coming together and looking towards what we can do. It's no longer what government do for we, or we, no political party do for we.
What you can
It's
do.
about, you know, coming together as young people and just push out, as we call it. Just go out there and just make
Push
things
about
go
and
on.
do the thing.
You know what I mean? So whether education, whether sports, whether some skills, whether you learn for plumbing, let's just continue to collaborate.
Yes.
And do something
Nice,
real,
push
you know what
out.
I mean? So that's my vision.
Nice,
Yeah,
that's
man.
your vision.
Can I come in?
Yes,
Right
I
now.
love
go
vision,
right
you know.
ahead.
Vision.
There's nothing that man has done that man cannot do.
Yes.
Black people built the world and we're so powerful. And then we live in communities. And I'm not lie, when I come in this community, it's not my first time, second, third, fourth, fifth. Sometimes you drive on some corner, you see the garbage. And me I say, what are we going to do to clean up our streets? Now, the more you say the community beautiful, of course it is, because it has beautiful people.
Yes.
But when we look at the infrastructure and we look at the way it layout, we have to fix it ourselves. So sometimes we walk and we're chilling and we're relaxing and we're dancing and we're singing and we not get up and work with our hands and clean up the community. And I am here to tell you that I love my people, my people, my people.
Yes.
And I come in and I see all of the youth them on the corner and they just came to join us right here. Where your son name again?
Mango Tree
Lane.
Lawn.
Mango Tree
Yes.
Lawn. You see how it sounds sexy?
Mango Tree
All the
Lawn.
foreigners must want to come and join us right now. This young man is here and I'm pulling him in and y'all laugh me, I pull you in too. Come and tell me your name and tell me what you want to see in your community. We have said talk up youth, Miss Effie.
Talk up youth.
All right, tell us, what's your name? Real quick, what's your name?
O'Neill Norman,
Oh, O'Neill, how old are you?
18.
18. What do you want to see for your community? Talk up youth.
One of the violence for stop and youth them become better life. Them have job and them a work and them thing.
Right. So you hear that from the mouth of the young people. We need to end the violence. Why are we going to have violence? Is it even worth it? Is it worth it, my youth? Una say no. No. So if we're going to bring change, we have to be the change. What we're going to be?
The change.
Lord, me love you, youth. We want you to be the change. And my brother, me not call your name, the one that I bleach. Me and you just have a long reasoning. I'm going to tell him, you know, we need to read some Marcus Garvey. And remember the power of the black man to run the earth and rule the earth. I want Parade Gardens to be the richest community in Jamaica. So we have to talk about the skill set.
Yes.
We have to talk about the resources. What is it that you have in Parade Gardens? Make we find it, make we build it. Because we're there. What is it? What are you good at, 18-year-old youth? Come here. You must be good at something. What are you good at?
Design arts.
Design arts. We can set up a big design arts institution. I want to thank our partners, Digicel Foundation and NCB Foundation, nationwide, national family planning. Because you see, teamwork make the world.
Dream work.
So you say you have that skill. How are we going to build that skill? Right, you saw all under this mango. Mango tree lawn. It sounds so exotic.
To round it up.
I really like it. You could have built your design center from here. How that sound? How that sound? Do it. And I'll hire you and give you your first job. Yeah, I promise you. What me say?
You promise.
I promise. It's such a beautiful day.
promises, yeah.
Mommy, all you do, you have mango in it and you brought that for me? Yeah, laugh. Mommy, come while you talk up because we can't do it without the elders. You understand? The youths need the elders. And you live here a long time. What you want to see happen?
More like we see, but I don't know what the MP is about around here, what about the around here.
That is a real question. Make we talk about that.
The MP for Central Kingston. Believe me, you know some of them too know him, and around him a banana and grow. That is bad.
All right, so here what we're going to do. This is where the citizens have to play their part in governance. Central Kingston, who is the MP?
Ronnie Tweet.
All right, the Reverend Ronnie Tweet. Somebody find his number, somebody call him and tell him, say, we're there. If it's not today, we follow up. We want you to have conversation. Do you know your MP, young people? All right. You ever go to any meeting that he's held?
Here so yet.
Huh?
No meeting never keep around here so yet.
But you know, he has a big constituency. It's not just this Parade Gardens and Fleet Street. So what I'm saying to you is, do you know your local government representative for this area? Who is it?
Rosalie Hamilton.
Rosalie Winter. That's your
Hamilton.
Okay, the youth know his counselor.
Yes.
Where is Miss Hamilton? We need to get somebody give me Miss Hamilton's number.
She's not here at the moment.
All right, good. So when she come back, on a link up, right? Because a lot of things can be done at the local level. It's not the MP alone that can do things. Some things are local government initiatives. So if it's some things you want in infrastructure and other things, you have to talk to your local government rep as well. All right? So let's talk about how rich we're going to get in Parade Gardens. Rich socially, rich politically, and mature politically. Because too much war over political things, it's ridiculous. And I like to say, nobody has to know who you go and vote for, you know.
Yeah.
But if you don't like what somebody's doing, you vote them out. Whether they be JLP, PMP, CCC, Parade Gardens, P, or whatever they name, you have a choice as citizens to play your part. Govern your thing. Rastaman there. Haile Selassie was a king, a diplomat, a leader. So we need the Rastas in here to rise and own the community and let the youths them say Rasta is a powerful force. You understand? Me talk enough, and it's about the youths. So I'm gonna hand it back to Shakira and Demoy. I'm so happy to be here in Parade Gardens. Somebody please bring me something to drink. Somebody bring me some breakfast, no pork. Because when I come in a community now, I come to stay. All right? Talk up you, Miss Effie.
Talk up you.
Over to you.
Empress just making known that you come for stay.
Hey.
And we want to tell whoever share Empress food.
Share tree.
Share tree.
Bless.
All right.
So we have been learning a lot of things since we've been here. And you know, we can't have a Talk Up Youth, Talk Up Radio, Talk Up Community Outreach Program without giving the youth a little advice about their sexual and reproductive health. So right now we're going to go ahead and read our sexual and reproductive health tip, which is courtesy of the National Family Planning Board. Demoy, look like you want to take this one?
No, man, Shaki, well, we can do it.
All right, go ahead.
So, did you know that sexual abuse does not always involve touching?
Showing a child pornography, exposing them to sexual content, or making inappropriate sexual comments are all damaging to a child and constitute sexual offenses.
Similarly, exposing an adult to any of these without their consent is equally wrong.
We have to broaden our understanding of what is permissible and what isn't. And that begins with dedicating ourselves to treating each other with respect.
And at the end of the day, it is just simply
Respect sexual boundaries. That was courtesy of the National Family Planning Board, or Sexual and Reproductive Health tip for today. We are at Mango Tree Lawn in the beautiful, beautiful place of Parade Gardens, and we have been learning a lot.
Yeah, man, it's a beautiful place. I just want to take the time to invite the persons on the outside. You know, hear Empress talk a while ago, but I just peep in. Come in, because we have a lot of issues that we want to discuss with you guys. We carry a lot of people here today to discuss with you guys. We want to big up Digicel Foundation again and NCB Foundation for giving us this opportunity. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, more
about Parade Gardens.
Amen.
Yes. Talk of youth, Mr. Fit. Talk of youth. Welcome back to the Talk Up Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youth. Talk Up Youth, Mr. Fit. Talk Up Youth. We only need one chance, right? And we're here at our second stop for the Talk Up Youth Community Outreach Program. We're here in Parade Gardens, and you don't know, we might be coming to a community near you, so keep tuned, stay tuned. We're powered this morning by the Digicel Foundation and the NCB Foundation. And with that said, we're gonna go into our Digicel Foundation segment.
Yeah, man.
Talking specifically to Shane Morgan and Daikuma from Life Yard Restaurant and Tours. Me get your name right, boss man?
Jojo, yeah.
All right, bless.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just gonna dive right into it.
Yeah,
Go
man.
ahead,
So,
Demoy.
Ikuma and Shane, blessings, greetings. You know, just quickly tell us.
Sorry to jump before you though,
Yeah, man.
Demoy. We have to say that the Digicel Foundation has been in operation since 2004. Since then, they have funded projects that empower the communities in which they operate, thus completing over 762 successful projects. That's amazing.
That's a
The
lot.
main areas funded by the foundation include innovation in education, special needs, and community development. Amazing stuff.
Shakira, you had to read that.
Yeah, I
because
had
trust
to.
me, it's very important. With that being said, Ikuma, Shane, Wagwan.
Blessed. I say blessed Sabbath too, you know.
Hey.
Give thanks for the coming out and, you know, try to get the message from our brother, uncle.
Yeah, man. So tell us,
So the
Ikuma, we'll start with you. Tell us about Life Yard Restaurant and Tours. Tell us about it. What is it about?
Life Yard. The name
Straight
speaks
up the
for
name.
itself, you know. I don't know all we do is just protect life and enhance life. Life Yard is about, you know, community development, infrastructure, you know, educating youths, you know, getting youth out to know skill, empowering them in many diverse ways where we see them talent fitted, you know, nurturing them talent, you know, show them, giving them access to a better chance, a better future.
Nice, and we're just gonna jump to you too, Shane. Why is Life Yard important?
Well, Life Yard is important because of change. You know what I mean? Community development and where we need to be at this stage and time. You know what I mean? So that is why we are very important. What we are doing actively on the ground is benefiting the community at a wider scale, you know, and residents too.
And anybody can take up this question. What impact has this project had on the youth involved?
Well, it has had major impact. We have taken some youths overseas, you know, into a project that we did with Manifesto Jamaica, the British Council. And
Come
National
again, you
Theatre.
can't make that one this slide.
Yeah, I forgot to tell us more about that one, man. Shane.
We did a project called Run Free with Manifesto Jamaica, British Council, National Theatre of Scotland. So we had a 2-year program where we took target youths from the community, both Parade, both Tel Aviv and Southside, and we introduced parkour, which is a sports of free running, theatre and musical. So after 2 years, we ended up, I mobilized up to 42 youths. We ended up with 11 youths after 2 years.
Yeah.
And we ended up with a 45 minutes performance of them telling their life story.
Wow.
That, and they were granted the opportunity to go and perform in Scotland at the National Theatre of Scotland 10th year anniversary.
And these are all young people who are living in Parade Garden.
Yes, man. So one of them here is about to talk to after us, I think.
Great.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's good. That's good.
So what impact has it had on the community? Because you just mentioned and tell us, you know, that the youths are getting opportunities to travel, you know, and just getting a little network. So what impact has that had on the Parade Gardens community?
Well, it has bring down the level of crime, you know, major, you know. Fleet Street, I'd say, was one of the most volatile streets in central Kingston, and now you can say it's one of the more crime-free street and the most popular street across the world.
Yeah.
Especially in terms of tourism. We have brought over 5,000 visitors from 53 countries across the world since
And
2014.
Shane, I love how
Yes.
you just jump
Jump
in that
right
because
into it.
I was just gonna ask you. When persons talk about Fleet Street, they talk about some paintings
Art.
and stuff. I've never been there.
We'll go there
probably-
afterwards,
we're
don't
going
we?
afterwards.
Yeah.
So just tell us more about Paint Jamaica and Fleet Street. Really.
Well, Paint Jamaica was one of our first major projects that we collaborated with a team of elite artists. Mariana Farag was a freelance marketer and research. She's also a freelance photographer. A very angelic being. She had the idea of going into developing communities and creating art project changes to art. So that's how she really got connected with us. And we at Lifeyard, we had the space available and we're already thinking of how
doing
we could
something like
recreate
that.
this space. So it was like a magnetic meditation.
Definitely.
And trust me, when I heard about Fleet Street, I asked them, I was so excited because me love art. I like to see when our communities have that little distinct niceness about it. And, I love it. I love it. Love it. So what support have you received from the Digicel Foundation for Lifeyard?
Well, in terms of our social enterprise, as you know, we have two functions, a community-based organization and the SC. Digicel has supported us to, both entities. They have provided equipment for our restaurants that our booths, our production, and also a profit percentage that we could now put down towards our community-based organization. We came up with a musical art workshop that they have sponsored us some equipments towards that, some musical equipments, because we want to create change to music also, you know what I mean?
Why you just I say all of the things that when we can't just let them pass, we have to talk to you about them. Musical art workshop. What is that about?
Well, our community admin, Central Kingston, I never really see anybody come and make any major investment in terms of the music, as we say, you know what I mean? So Lifeyard want to create a studio where we can offer that opportunity for the young inspiring artists to come and have 2 or 3 days free, some hours where they can get some good production.
Studio time.
And nurture them talents, you know.
And do you believe in rehabilitation through music, changing the minds of the youth through music, and how powerful you think that is? Just to piggyback on what you just said a while ago, where the music art workshop is concerned.
It's necessary, you know what I mean, because who don't sing in a happy moment, a sad time, you know what I mean? So music is a healing, you know what I mean, that is life. So the youth them there up on the corner, whatever I'm do, you could be a criminal, you know what I mean, a working man, you know what I mean, music in him, but some people just don't have the opportunity, the way. Once you bring it, we get the resources and we say, here it is, the community, you know what I mean, then you find we see more arise up out of the community.
Yeah.
Man, I want to hear Ikuma's thoughts on that.
And the music.
Man.
Definitely, word, sound, and power, you know. You understand? It's not what you put in your mouth, it's what actually come out. So if we can spread more positive words, or push out there more healing thoughts, more healing words, the place can be a better place. You know what I say? Changing the mindset of the youth, them, thinking on a different level, you know what I say? Yeah, honest, I love them, but supposed to be.
Yeah, man.
You know
What I
mean?
want to get as well from you, Ikuma, is this community type not really interested in music? Is it like a music-driven community? Like you go and you see one you just sing. How many artists are potential recording
Yes,
artists?
they are coming out of Parade Garden.
Yeah, man, definitely, cause music, I say, not on community based alone, but on a nationwide, black people. We are rhythmatical people, we are people with vibration. People have a soul, what I say. So whatever frequency and a vibration they want to push towards, the best, as I said, the best can be the best and the worst can be the worst. Because you can see the violent music, if you youth them to take it up, it's going to become the worst. But if you spread some positive words and some more conscious music, then the youth them would have become conscious.
And we have to get out as well, because I know Shane has been in this community all his life. Same for you?
Definitely. Yeah, we'll grow up together, man.
I want to know from you. Grow up together.
Yeah, man.
Listen, the album almost look alike, don't they? But I want to ask you, Ikuma, what is your vision for Parade Gardens? Because we heard Shane's earlier. What's your vision?
My vision for Parade Garden is more integration. I say, as the Virgins, more infrastructure, more development. Get the youth them more educated, because through education you can really find a people be free and be master of their own destiny. So make we get the youth them educated. You know what I say? So
Education, nice. Yes. So we have to big up Digicel Foundation again for pushing an initiative such as Lifeyard, and we're gonna go over to them all.
Yeah, man, because I wanted to ask Ikuma and then we're going to ask Shane. You know, why should young people get involved in positive activities such as life yard, restaurant, and tours?
I mean, they're young. I mean, and them have all the time in the world right now, and not to make the same mistake that we have made. You know, me I say become a burden to society.
Yeah, man.
So get involved in all that is positive. You know, all that way the programs where you see you yourself can fit in, because you never know where your true talent lies. You know, me I say. So get involved and see where you can perfect yourself and become purposeful, beneficial.
Nice.
Shane.
And for you, Shane?
And my appeal is to the community, I mean, to try and get involved into the community-based segment of what Life Yard is doing. We need more people to be members on board, I mean. And as I say, our program set up for youth, for children from age 6 to 14. Reason being, we have a country that is set up with a target age group of 14 to 25. So if we have youths from 14 to 25 that are being killed through crime and violence, and they are also the ones that are creating these.
They are the ones doing the killing as well.
We think to go at the early stages, you know what I mean? So this is why our program is set up, you know what I mean? So we have less rehabilitation programs, you know, more youths focus, you know what I mean? Embedded in culture and positiveness, you know.
So if they want to get involved, they're listening now, tell us specifically how do we reach you, how they get involved, all of the information that we need.
Well, we're at 44 Fleet Street here, Central Kingston, downtown, and our social media links are Facebook, Lifeyard, at Lifeyard 360, Instagram, Twitter, Lifeyard 360. Our webpage is
Lifeyard. Lifeyard is LIFEYARD.
YARD.
Our numbers are 298-4313. I come
351-8604.
Wait, I can't write so fast. Come again. 298-4313. And?
Yeah, and 351-8604.
8604. So that was your Digicel Foundation interview segment. And if you want to reach out to Life Yard Restaurant and Tours, you can reach them at 44 Fleet Street or by any social media. Just Google, type in Life Yard 360 for Twitter and Instagram, Life Yard Restaurants and Tours, and on Facebook.
Yeah, man. But
thank you guys so much.
Before you tell them thanks, more and pick them in, because I feel a part of Fleet Street. You get me? I feel like I'm a part of Parade. Empress are moving, we probably take the next room beside Empress. Right? I want to know what one used to do growing up here in Parade Gardens. What was your youth life?
One fun memory.
Well, you know.
Give me your best memory. Pick one.
Picking hockey, you know.
Yeah.
I played football, you know. Swimming, you know me, I said,
Why you
always
swim?
active.
Let's swim the water.
Yeah.
You see, because I can't swim, that water just always look too deep for people going there.
I don't go near the water.
It's always
swimming,
fun growing
football,
up,
picking ackee. Shane?
Yeah, you know, fishing.
Fishing for
I
you.
remember I used to catch the whole heap of fish too. But you know, and as I said, the ring games.
What kind of fish you find out there though?
We used to get the brim them.
Brim.
Mullet.
What? Brim?
Brim?
Lucky for catch a snapper straight.
And is it like a requirement for young people from Fleet Street to learn how to swim?
Yeah.
Well, Southside and Tel Aviv, they're near the water, so you know the community.
Yeah, my father was a fisherman, you know.
Yeah.
You know, most of it, you know, fishing. Was
Empress a resource, you know, is a resource.
For true.
Yeah, so I use up the natural resource to
Right, right.
How did you learn how to swim? No, sorry, I'm just curious. How you learn how to swim?
Somehow we get two off, you know, and then we have a fight.
Christina,
it's an error child thing, you know.
Christina is saying, stop being curious, then why? Just take the break.
No problem.
All right, so we've come right up on the break. You're listening to the Talk Up Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youth. We're at our second stop in Parade Gardens. Talk Up Youth, Miss Effie.
Talk Up Youth.
Miss Sue, come back. Welcome back to the Talk Up Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youth. And we are here at Parade Gardens in downtown Kingston, live, our second stop on the Talk Up Youth Community Outreach Program. And we're powered today by the NCB Foundation and by extension the Digicel Foundation. And thank you as well to the National Family Planning Board and the Students Loan Bureau. Big up every time. We are on Nationwide 90 FM. And before we say anything else, so earlier, Empress said that it sounds exotic that we're at Mango Tree Lawn. Do you guys know what is happening at Mango Tree Lawn today? I am sitting across from some beautiful cakes
which I'm gonna need a slice of. So we have to say that today at Mango Tree Lawn, they're actually having a cake sale, and it's gonna go right into. They're gonna go right into it when we're done. When we wrap up here, and it's $600 and up per slice. Me say Black Forest, and me know say one bag of other cakes over there.
And the cheesecake
Save
that
my
Mr. Shah
slice,
open up?
please.
There's the cheesecake that Mr. Shah open up.
Save my slice, please, and thank you. So we have to give them some strength today. The cake sale that's happening at 1 p.m.
Yeah, man. So Shakira would have started, saying that we are on our second stop here live at Mango Tree Lawn at our Talk Up Youth Outreach Project, powered by Digicel Foundation and NCB Foundation. And we're now joined with our NCB scholar.
Scholar, yes,
right?
scholar.
And her name is
Miss Lisa Morrison, 19 years old. And what are you studying and where do you go to school?
Hi, I'm Lisa Morrison. I'm NCB Foundation's national champion for Jamaica as well as parish champion for Kingston.
Wow.
Stocious, yes.
I go to the University of West Indies, Mona, and I'm going into my second year of the MBBS program, which is MED.
And just to jump in right here, we are actually, she was telling me at the beginning of the show, if I can only find it, that we are actually going to be stopping in her community at our next stop. So if you're listening, Mountain View, we are coming to you on August 25th.
Yes.
So yes, don't it? Before we jump into it, NCB Foundation was formalized in 2003 as the philanthropic arm of the country's largest homegrown bank, the National Commercial Bank Limited. NCB gladly accepts its role and responsibility as a corporate citizen to provide opportunities that will chart the course for future generations who can lead wisely and participate in a very meaningful way. And so, Miss Morrison is a product of all of that greatness. Tell us, when did you receive your scholarship? How was that experience for you?
Okay, so NCB, they did it in a very slick but creative way. Slick. And so first they pick 5 people to be the runner-ups for parish champion. So you do a set of interviews to see if you're going to be parish champion for a specific parish. And one of my friends was actually one of the runners-up, and I love the fact that they gave everyone that made it to at least that top 5 a grant. So I'm just extremely grateful, not for just me, but for everyone that received a scholarship or a grant. And then afterwards we have nationals, which is where we went to Korea and Marriott last year, and we had a competition, a full day of competitions broken down into 3 segments. And within those segments, I got to meet a lot of people, I got to express myself, and then there were two national champions chosen out of the 14 parish champions, and I was grateful and lucky enough to be one.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
And how is it so far at UWI?
At UWI, so I'm in MED, and MED is a difficult program, but you just have to study smart and always put in the work and always put in the effort. You can't you can't just sit back, relax. It's a big jump from high school, so if you're going straight from high school, it is a big jump. But you just always have to stay motivated. You can't do it alone. Link up with your peers, make new friends.
So we're getting some tips in for university. You cannot run the journey alone. And as Demoy said, congratulations as well. We know that financing tuition at the university level is very difficult. And do you have any advice for young people who might want to apply for a scholarship from the NCB Foundation?
Number 1, be yourself.
Be yourself.
Always be truthful and honest and be yourself. Let your true self shine through so that you can put your best life forward.
Nice. And what was your statement? What was your self-statement going into the interview for the scholarship? What shone through most for you? What quality?
I have no idea. I think it's probably the fact that I'm so open and honest, and I've accepted myself for who I am. So it's easy to say, this is me, this is what I believe in, and this is what I'm trying to accomplish in my life.
And so that is important, and we can't leave out the fact that we are here to give some strength to the young people of the Parade Gardens community.
Education
and
is
they're
vital.
listening. So education is vital. Any other tips that you would have for them?
Stay motivated, try to stay in school, try to finish fifth form, get your subjects so that you can try to get a job. If you're going to college, I know financing it is hard, but every mickle make a muckle. So anything you can do, even if you have to take a year off and work, anything you have to do, just make sure you get your degree.
All right, nice. And we can't have a conversation with young people and not bring up this I don't know. It seems to be in our mouths a lot more these days because when you talk about some people who grew up, like, for example, in the 90s, we never really have social media. Like, Facebook is very new. So we're just going to have a little conversation with Miss Morrison, about social media. So do you yourself know people or young people who are addicted to social media?
Of course. Social media addiction is real.
Yeah.
Just like a drug addiction is an addiction. It's real
Yeah.
and it's prominent in our society. Not only with young people, but also with the older generations. They're coming into it too. So, and social media isn't just the standard Instagram, Twitter that you think of. It also encompasses YouTube and Pinterest and all other platforms.
Nice. And how does social media addiction rather affect our young people?
Okay, so it has its drawbacks as well as it has its positives. So focusing on the drawbacks, it does encourage low self-esteem. It does encourage fear of missing out, FOMO. Whereas you have, for example, there's a party on invite keeping and you didn't get to go and you watch all your friends on Snapchat and then you feel, oh, I should have gone.
Depression.
Depression. I also feel that we are starting to lack empathy.
Yeah.
Because it's a scenario where we're so used to, if you see an accident, like if somebody gets shot or stabbed, you automatically flip out your phone to record it. And it's like you're not taking in consideration the person's family's life. That's
you're
just
thinking
circulating.
about the likes and the views instead of all of that emotional side of it.
So we want to jump a little bit more into it because I think for me it's a lot bigger, especially for females, because I see this effort to create
a standardized image.
Not even just standardized image,
That
but
whole
sometimes
body goals,
false
hair
image.
goals.
Sometimes a false image too.
Because not everybody can look like that. Not everybody can look like this, and then this whole hype of oh, you have to look like this to get the sort of likes.
Stick up in. You also have to realize that when you're on social media, you're not gonna put your worst self. You're gonna look for your best. So you're always showing your highlights and your high points. So that's all people are seeing. You're seeing the high points, and they're like, oh, that person's life is so perfect. They're traveling. They don't think about the fact that maybe that person has sponsorships, or maybe that person is going through depression, but they're just putting up a front for the social media.
Or they don't know how hard that person
had to work.
Exactly.
And then they might want to, forego all of that hard work and try to amass all of these in a negative way.
Negatively, yes. So I want to ask you as well, Miss Morrison, how do you prevent yourself from becoming addicted to social media?
Okay, there are 3 things you can do. So you should, there are 3 things you shouldn't do. And firstly, you should spend less time just scrolling through, like probably read news and not just like celebrity gossip. Spend less time on it and know that virtual friends don't equal to friends in real life. So you can have 100 friends or 1,000 friends on Instagram followers, but those aren't the people you see in real life. If you see them on Instagram or on Twitter, you're not necessarily going to have a conversation with them in real life. So you need to have real life human connection so that you can grow.
Right, I feel like it takes up a lot of our times these days. And I heard somebody say, Miss Teresa Thompson, she is a past Jamaica Youth Ambassador. And the other day she said that if majority of your life if majority of what you do rather is what's on social media, then something is wrong with that.
That is true.
Because I believe that we spend a lot of time investing in our social media image and not a lot of time doing actual work.
You miss moment to moment events while you're just scrolling on your phone. And although it has its positives, for example, it's a platform to get awareness of.
Because I was just going to ask, we have the negatives to our social media, but what is the positive really?
All right, for example, we'll take NCB Foundation. So to promote their scholarship, they'll be sending out emails, they'll send out flyers, and they'll utilize Instagram, Facebook, and the social media platforms to get that message out so that students and other people can see it and so that they can apply so that they have a shot at life.
So that's what's important. Balance is key at the end of the day. And we want to say thank you again to the NCB Foundation for making it possible for youth like Lisa Morrison to have a shot at successfully financing their tuition. And thank you again, Miss Morrison, for contributing to our conversation about social media.
No problem. I was happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you for being with us.
Is there any last thing they want to say before
we go out?
Number one thing, put your best life forward no matter what you have to do.
NCB.
Put your best life forward. NCB isn't joking around when they say that. They really mean it, and you should believe in it too.
Great, put your best life forward. Big up, hey, them I see cake cutting over there now. I'm gonna see we slice, but it's okay. Talk Up Youth, Mr. For Talk Up Youth. We are on the Talk Up Radio Show at our second stop in our Talk Up Youth Community Outreach Project, and we're going to a break. We soon come back. Talk Up Youth. Talk Up Radio Show, we are back, the voice of the Jamaican youth, and we're here live in Parade Gardens. And you know, we cannot come here and not have many conversations with the people from the community. In front of me, we have two very important guests special. We have Mr. Matthew Walters and we have Mr. Orlando Walters, but I'm going to allow them for telling you what the streets call them, all right? Starting with you, Orlando.
Yeah, hello, and good afternoon to your listeners.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, hi. They call me Yo-Yo.
Yes? They call you Yo-Yo. Why them call you Yo-Yo? Short version of the story.
Oh my gosh, it can't be a short version, it's a long
No,
version.
man, make it short.
I've been called this name from the age of 4 years old. And a guy used to always take away my yo-yo. I've been called this name generally by my teachers and everybody.
Because it's just always yo-yo them I
Just
take
always
from you.
yo-yo.
Oh my. Mr. Matthew, what's your street name? Why them call you so?
Yeah, them call me Sugar, you know?
What you know now?
Sugar. Why them call you Sugar?
My mother say I'm from baby day, you know?
Oh, you did sweet.
No, she said me born and look like, you know, teacup and so forth. Just like the box I eat.
Wow.
So there was a box of a name of Sugar?
Yeah,
Sugar,
Sugar,
yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Funny enough, is there a boxing place up the road there?
Yeah,
man, Jack and Jill.
Look at that.
You see me I learn? You see me I
You're
learn?
learning good, and we want to jump right into it. Yo-Yo, tell us, what do you do and what's your vision? No, let's start with the memory. What's one thing you like about Parade Gardens? What do you like?
Boy, I love everything about Parade Garden. I was born and grew here, and I always believe in my community, and I know it can excel because a lot of us excel out here. You have a lot of people who excel in football, some excel in other different sports and stuff like that. So
And just tell us,
what do you do?
Yo-Yo, what do you do?
me, all right. I have a business here, a black factory.
A black
Really?
Yeah, and I am the football coach for the Waytown football team.
Wow.
I also involved in politics. We're not going there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no go there, so. Yeah, and that's it?
And I am always a person of the community.
Yeah, nice.
And I try my best to help with where I can help and motivate where I can motivate.
Nice, and going over to you?
Over to Orlando. What do you do?
That's
Sugar.
right.
Right now, at the moment, I'm a barber. Yeah, skill-wise.
And you've been growing up here all your life. What you like? One thing you like about the community?
Well, I always like the community, you know, full of vibes, and I always like to invite new people to the community, you know, get the excitement and the joy with me, get to share, you know, out there, and, you know.
Nice, and
But that's how the impact based upon the community.
The vision of the community.
Yeah. We in here see that as a different perspective, you get what I say?
Yeah.
But just on the outside, with a view as a major scale.
Yeah, man.
We're not gonna understand.
Yeah.
All right.
But-
So what's your vision though? Where do you see Parade Gardens?
Well, we see this far because enough youth here with skill, but just not them now have the opportunity to showcase it and so forth. Yeah? Most of the youths them get the talent and have it. And get
But they just need the opportunity.
And you have some people come forth and bring opportunities to the community as well and so forth. But most of the people them just not have the mindset to go to it, and most of them have the mindset to go to it. They get what I say? But who really need it to do something.
All right. And
Yo, what do you see Parade Gardens like in the future?
You see, the people at Parade Garden have to believe it or not. It's going to be different. It's going to be different because if you look at the two major construction taking place now, it's about time for we as a people to wake up and whatever we are doing, which is not right, and don't put us in the line of growth. We're going to fall by the wayside.
Yeah.
Because basically with these two buildings putting up, it's a complete different community becoming. And we as the young people, and I'm not so young though, but the young people them need to really get involve and start
So wake
see
up
themselves for what their self is value.
Nice. Wake up and shake up. Thank you so much, Sugar and Yo.
Much
So we need
respect.
more opportunities and we need to believe the vision or not, but we need to wake up. We're going right over to
Andrika. But guys, I just wanted to jump in here. It's been a wonderful broadcast. What Empress was running all the way from the mango tree shouting me. But yes, I want her to interview her little young friend that she has found. I think he did the GNAT exam. Empress, go ahead.
Well, my people, we can't come in the community and just hear about the coach and the barber and the businesses and the music, and we have to hear from the younger ones. So I came in, and Christina, Shakira, Demoy, and Jika, I met this great young man. And I hear him mash up a recent exam. So I'm going to allow you to talk up and tell the whole world listening, what is your name?
Declan Evans.
Mr. Evans, how old are you?
15 years old.
Tell me about the recent exam and how you mash it up.
The exam, the mathematics was kind of hard, but the language, it was very easy. The mathematics gave me a very hard time.
So what was the name of the exam?
The
GNAT.
Yes.
Tell me about the GNAT exam now.
GNAT exam, only junior high schools do the GNAT exam. You have to reach 9th grade. And it is done in, which month again?
Was it June, April, May, any one of them months?
May.
May.
So when I come in and know the elder lady say, yo, Empress, you know that you just mash it up. So you did mathematics and language. And you tell me your scores and why them say you mash it up.
I don't really know my scores because the principal wasn't there when I went up to the school.
Oh, to collect it?
Yes.
All right, so you said you did well in language. Mathematics was a little bit hard. Where you want to go in life? What you want to be? Who do you want to become? What do you want people to say about you?
I want to become an electrical engineer.
Whoa.
So I can fix even AC. Or my grandmother have her AC and it mash up, we can fix it there.
Yes. Talk up you, Miss Effie.
Boom, talk up you.
I want to hear more about you. You see me come in the community and whole heap of you young men out there. You see me talk to you one-on-one. What do you think are the major issues affecting young men your age, your friends outside? Tell me the problems you know go through. What are the major problems? Because if you don't talk about the problems, we can't work on how to fix it. So talk to me. Young men, what are you going through?
No, I don't really get beaten. So I stop get licked.
You stop getting licked?
Yeah.
Good, because you're a good youth.
Yes.
So everything is good. You like you like everything about your community so far?
Yeah.
Everything, all right.
Yeah, I like the community, I like my friends, I like the people there, I like everything about this community.
Okay. But this community, from my observation and traveling the world, we can do more in every community because everything can always be better. So if you want to see 3 things better in the community, let's list them out. 3 things you want to see to be better, to become better.
I want the kids to start acting as kids, stop bleaching and smoking and then and start go back to school.
What the man say? Go back away.
School.
What the man say? Go back away. School. What else?
I don't want to see them take part no more. Sporting activities, educational activities, and so on.
Boy, me give thanks for Mr. Evans. I really love Mr. Evans, You're a leader. Yes. You're a leader. Everybody big up Mr. Evans and say, talk up, Mr. Evans. Talk up. Say, talk up, Mr. Evans.
Talk up, Mr. Evans.
We love you. All the best. Electrical engineer. I'ma go fixing grandmother AC. I'ma go fix my AC.
Yes.
I feel your AC.
Bless the Lord.
This is Nationwide 90 FM with the Talk Up Radio crew. Powered by Digicel Foundation, NCB Foundation. It's about true partnership. A Talk Up Youth initiative in Southside. We're calling it Parade Gardens, where we're building the community with the community, and they have welcomed us, and we are so grateful for the opportunity to meet young people like Mr. Evans, who is our future leader. And all of your friends, come in, youth, come in. Tell the people about you, because you're my friend too. Who are you?
Joshua Anglin.
What do you want to do when you grow up, Mr. Anglin?
I want to be an architect.
Oh, an architect. Woo! Yes, so how are you going to do it, sir?
just gonna keep hard, work hard, and study, and learn more about architect do.
Everybody say work hard.
Work hard.
Say study.
Study.
The youth have vision, and I'm Empress Golding. I'm out. I'm handing it over to the young people.
Ooh.
Empress was serious, you know.
And it's, of course, it's powered by Empress's voice.
No, but straight, the voice alone. Yeah, straight.
Powered by
By
Digicel, NCB, and Empress voice. But guys, it's been a wonderful broadcast. Like I said earlier, Mango Tree Lawn is one of the things. And you know what? Make sure everybody come by the bake sale over here at Mango Tree Lawn. The corner of where you have a Foster Lane and Tower Street. Right behind the big almond tree, we have a bake sale.
And a boat right
to buy
outside.
out everything. All the button have a buy before me because I say Wally but cake. And we also want to thank Kevon. Kevon has been a great help. Shane, of course, from Life Yard. Mr. Williams from earlier.
Kuma, Shaka Pin, Yo and Sugar. Hey, me want a street name too.
Mr. Williams.
What color eyebrow?
Eyebrow.
Yes. That couldn't stay.
Of course, we want to big up the videographers and the photographers for being here with us today. I think it's Dom's photography that is helping us out. I have to bring up Empress because you know once Empress comes, the crowd comes right behind her.
Yeah, man.
And Christine, I think you wanted to big up the youth groups.
Yes, because you know this is a collaborative effort. It's not just us. All of the youth groups around the area have been focusing on coming out, and also from outside of the area. Same time, big up Jamaica Youth Motivators. Say a word, man. Tell the people what are going.
Alright, morning everyone. I'm morning still.
Afternoon.
Afternoon. I'm Rogic Chance from Jamaica Youth Motivators, and what we're all about is motivation, empowerment, and mentorship. So we basically go into the communities, mainly schools, because it's nice to see young people in schools sticking to education, especially our males.
Yes.
So when we see them, we go there, we empower them, we tackle the issues that they're facing, help them with things like social media management, violence in schools, how to keep empowered, how to overcome failure. All
One heap of important issues that man.
Yeah, man. So I'm glad to say you're there now so you can connect with the young people in this community because we're sure all of those things are beneficial to them. On to the next one. What the next group I would have on the streets today?
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Khalil Hutchinson, and I'm representing two youth groups today, UTEC IAM and UTEC Students Union.
What does IAM mean?
Integrity Action Movement. Yes, so
tell about it quick, man.
Yeah, man, coming up here, I realize that a lot of persons are interested in arts. So I think that we can reach out to schools such as Edna Manley and let them give some scholarships to the youths here. Also UTEC, because you know we have the Caribbean School of Architecture.
Yes.
So
What the architect there?
What Mr. Anglin there?
Come to me afterwards and we talk about something.
Yeah, man.
So just want to say community get developed, you know. I heard somebody say green space, that's a must. So just want to say development for this community.
All right, on to the next one, Mr. Lawrence Rowe from Almond Town, which was the first stop that we went last month. So, you know, we have to do a quick little follow-up. We see up on TV hold the elected officials to account. Yeah, I mean, so tell me a little bit about what going since we've been in Almond Town.
Oh, so since we've been in Almond Town, TVJ hosted a town hall meeting with the UDC representatives. They have agreed that SDC will facilitate some consultation with residents.
Look at that.
Let me apologize for Councillor Rosalie Hamilton. She indicated to me last night that she's excited about the program and she could not be here, and she is happy that Nationwide is bringing Parade Gardens out to the wider environment.
Talk of youth, yes.
Talk of youth, yes.
Bringing Parade Gardens to the wider environment, and hope that it attracts some amount of funding to Parade Gardens.
Yeah, man. And the next
for the
big
development coming into downtown Kingston, I hope that the youth understand what is craftsmanship, fishing, customer care, and so on, so that they can gain from the tourism to come.
All right, big up on yourself, big up Parade Garden. Same time, remember we have upgrade. What do you call it again?
The follow-up.
The follow-up. 2 weeks from now, and we want to bring in Miss Rosalie, right? Because we never get to.
And the member of parliament.
All right, you know that's what we use the follow-up to do. But we have to go. We have to go. We have to go.
So we're right at the brink. We just want to thank Damian Cunningham for being our engineer earlier, and then Andrew Anderson for taking over with Afatan Compass. Wayne brought his son today. The Pattersons, I should say. It's been a wonderful broadcast. Again, thanking Empress. Of course, we're thanking Nationwide 90 FM. We're thanking the NCB Foundation and the Digicel Foundation. Oh, we're thanking the youth.
Everybody.
We attack the streets. We attack the almond tree. We all attack the bake sale. We attack everybody.
We attack the bookshop.
Mango Tree Lawn. Help you out.
We attack the Mango Tree Lawn restaurant, yes, where we're about to get our lunch from.
Bless
and
Lord.
of course, you don't know, we have over Shane.
Upper Life
some
Fleet
Life
Street
Yard
too.
You gotta do it all.
If we don't have time, come down and come check out the community. We have to integrate. We have to learn more about each other. And so we're going to build a nation, right?
Right, and we want everybody to stick around. We're going to have a little meeting afterwards just to kind of get everything, cordoned and everything. Thank you again.
Next time, where we're going to be?
Mountain View.
To the east, where we go. All right, that was the Talk Up Youth Community Outreach Project today. Talk Up Radio, second stop. Talk Up Youth, Masefi.
Talk Up Youth.
Next week.
We're out.